Pennsylvania's lottery revenues are currently exclusively dedicated to fund and support programs for Pennsylvania's older adults. Those programs include the PACE program, the Shared Ride program, and the home and community-based options. As governor, would you let the budget challenges that we face in Pennsylvania allow for funding other state-funded programs that would not be dedicated to older adults from the lottery?
Well, first of all, I think we can all take a lot of pride in that Pennsylvania is the only state in the country that dedicates all of its money from the lottery to the senior needs. And I think we should be very proud of that. I will make it very clear today that regardless of any budgetary crisis on the operating side, I would never change that commitment that we have given to our the seniors, that we are going to be there for them in this pot of money. The lottery was passed on that promise. When we approved the state lottery years ago, there was an arrangement made that the benefits would go to the senior members of our society. I will live up and commit to that agreement, and I won't let anybody touch it. And if somebody tries to touch it, I would veto any piece of legislation that tries to move it or take that money.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Mr. Onorato.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ed Peterson. I'm from Montgomery County. The question I have is economic and consumer protection issues, such as age discrimination, identity theft, and fraud, disproportionately impact the older and diverse populations in Pennsylvania, which are growing so rapidly. The question is, do you believe the Commonwealth needs to do more to ensure these populations are protected from scam artists and discriminatory practices? Thank you.
Well, thank you for the question. One of the side effects of this great modern electronic age that we live in, that it's actually becoming easier for predators to attack all different levels of our population. In some cases, it's the young, sometimes it's the elderly, but in this particular case, because of the easy access that predators have now to records, I think it's incumbent upon the government through its regulatory powers to make sure that we have proper protection in place to help the seniors in Pennsylvania to deal with the electronic predators that are out there. And anything we can do through legislation, obviously I would support. What we could do through our different departments, be it the Auditor General's office or the Attorney General's office, wherever we could help on the prosecuting side. If we need to upgrade our laws to deal with that type of action that's out there, I would support. But one of the things that I think would be healthy on an issue like this, and this is where AARP becomes very valuable. As governor, and I learned this being the executive of the second largest county, is that I would probably call many of you into a room, form a quick task force to go over what is the problem and what's the best way to deal with it, or several ways to deal with it, before I would move unilaterally, so that we could build consensus on what makes sense. Or more importantly, I would also be able to see some of the problems that I might not otherwise have thought of, that people could actually bring to us and say, here's the real problem. But many people I've learned in this state to have a lot of good ideas for the solutions to these problems. And I'll be looking to work with many of you and with AARP on this issue and other issues as we go to change this state to provide better protection for our citizens.
Well, thank you for meeting with us today, Mr. Onorato. Would you like to please make a closing statement? Well,
first of all, thank you for the opportunity to come and speak to AARP. And thank you for the opportunity for me to explain why I'm running for governor. I'm excited about this race. I'm excited about being able to get into the debate and talk about the issues facing Pennsylvania. It's very clear that the #1 issue for the next governor is going to be the economy and jobs. And my whole focus of running for governor is to create an environment in Pennsylvania so that the private sector wants to invest and bring those jobs here or expand in Pennsylvania, so we put our people back to work. I've wrote out several position papers that deal with creating that environment. I am convinced now knowing what we've done in one particular county, that we can do this for the entire state. We have some great assets as it relates to utilities, as it relates to energy. We have some great assets as it relates to geography, where we're physically located, and we have some great assets because of the great workforce we have here. If we make sure that the playing field's even, we create an environment with our tax structure being business friendly, there's no reason why those jobs aren't here in Pennsylvania and putting our people back to work. And that's why I'm excited about running, and I look forward to governing that way too. So thank you very much for letting me express that. Thank you.
Thank you for everyone joining us today. To learn more about the candidates for governor and other issues important to older Pennsylvanians, please visit us at www.aarp.org/Pennsylvania or call us at 1-866-389-5654.